Hello students. Let us start with one of the most interesting unit, acid, bases and salts today. We use all these substances in one form or the other. We also consume them. So it would be very interesting to learn about them. In this unit, we are going to learn about how to classify compounds as acids, bases and salts. We are going to explain the concept of pH and its importance. We are going to state or explain the chemical properties of acids and bases. We are going to classify salts into various types and state the importance of commonly used salts. We can see how we use these substances in our daily life. Acids are used to prepare food items, paints, soaps. Bases are used as antacids for manufacturing soaps, medicines, etc. Various types of salts have variety of the uses in various industries. How to identify an unknown substance as acid or base? Yes, correct, by using indicators. In the prior knowledge test, I gave you a task to make turmeric indicator. Hope all of you have enjoyed doing that. Substances like turmeric and litmus solution, also red cabbage juice, are natural indicators which change their color in different medium. Phenolphthalein and methyl orange are synthetic indicators. Onion juice, clove oil and vanilla essence are examples of olfactory indicators which lose their smell in the presence of a base. Acids are defined as those substances which release H plus ions in the aqueous solution. There could be many substances containing hydrogen, but those which ionize to release H plus ions are called as acids. On the other hand, bases are the substances which release hydroxide ions or OH minus ions in the aqueous solution. All metal hydroxides are bases. Those bases which are completely soluble in water are known as alkali. Metal oxides, metal bicarbonates and metal carbonates are also basic in nature, which means they will turn red litmus blue. These are the general properties of acids and bases. Acids turn blue litmus red. They are sour to taste. Most of the acids corrode metals. All the acids will generate positively charged hydrogen ions in the aqueous solution. Bases turn red litmus blue. Most of the bases taste bitter. Bases generate negatively charged hydroxide ions in the aqueous solution. They feel slippery to touch. Most hand soaps and drain cleaners are bases. Strong bases are caustic or corrosive. As we have discussed, acids generate hydrogen ions in solution. How much hydrogen ions are generated decides the pH of an acid. pH stands for potens hydrogen. It is a German term. It is defined as negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration in a solution. A scientist named Sorensen developed a pH scale which starts from 0 and ends at 14. 0 to 6 indicates acidic pH, 7 indicates neutral pH, 8 to 14 indicates basic pH. pH of a substance can be determined by using universal indicator. It is a mixture of various indicators and give different color at different pH. When universal indicator gives red color in a solution, it shows the pH of 0 to 2, which is shown by strong acids most of the times. If the universal indicator gives yellowish orange color, the pH range would be 4 to 6, which is shown by weak acids. Neutral substance like water or salt solution gives green color with universal indicator and has pH of 7. Bases give blue color with universal indicator and shows the pH of 8 and above. Maintaining a proper pH in biological systems is very important. In human beings and animals, the blood, tears, saliva have a normal pH of 7.4. If pH falls below 7 or rise more than 7.8, it becomes difficult for survival of the living things. Moreover, in human beings, the digestion of the food occurs at a particular pH. For example, in our stomach, the hydrochloric acid is very concentrated and it has pH of 0 or 1. It is helpful in digestion of proteins. But when the food travels further to small intestine, the pH is alkaline, 8, nearly around 8. And this pH is essential for digestion of fats. We also observe that for plants, their healthy growth depends on the specific pH of the soil. Soil should neither be alkaline nor highly acidic. If the soil becomes acidic, the farmer uses calcium oxide or calcium carbonate to convert it into basic pH. How to identify an unknown substance as acid or base? Yes, correct, by using indicators. In the prior knowledge test, I gave you a task to make turmeric indicator. Hope all of you have enjoyed doing that. Substances like turmeric and litmus solution, also red cabbage juice, are natural indicators which change their color in different medium. Phenolphthalein and methyl orange are synthetic indicators. Onion juice, clove oil, and vanilla essence are examples of olfactory indicators which lose their smell in the presence of a base. We can see how we use these substances in our daily life. Acids are used to prepare food items, paints, soaps. Bases are used as antacids for manufacturing soaps, medicines, etc. Various types of salts have variety of the uses in various industries. Another way to classify acid is on the basis of source. We have organic acids which are obtained from plants and animals. These are mostly weak acids. That is, they do not ionize completely. Hence, their pH range would be around 4 to 6. Examples of organic acids are like tartaric acid present in tamarind, oxalic acid present in tomato, then lactic acid present in the curd, acetic acid present in the vinegar. Mineral acids are obtained from minerals. They are generally strong acids and show the pH range of 0 to 3, and the examples of mineral acids are hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid and nitric acid, which are extensively used in the laboratory. The third and the last way to classify acids is on the basis of water content. How much water does a particular acid have? Based on that, we can term it as dilute acids or concentrated acids. If you remember, we have learnt about saturated and unsaturated solution. The same concept is applied to dilute and concentrated acids. So dilute acids have small amount of acid per unit volume, whereas in concentrated acid, there is large amount of acid per unit volume. So in the process of dilution, we take the concentrated solution of the acid and then we use this to convert it into dilute solution of the acid. We'll speak about dilution of the acid, the method to dilute the acid in our next class. Once this video is over, please attempt the class task and upload your pics. Thank you.